Hey guys, we got a good show for you today. Live in-person interview with Bryson Rodgers. He's a wide receiver for Ohio State. Let's get right into the video. So first question, I was in Florida for spring break, 90 degrees, beautiful. How you end up in Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah, pretty much just my family roots, man. I was born here originally, then moving to Florida. So, spent all that time in Florida, I just still found Ohio a place of home. Just somewhere I wanted to come play college football, knowing that this was my dream school since day one. Yeah, man, it just brought me back to the roots, and it was God's timing to make me come back to Columbus and come home.
Yeah, so, for me, during my recruiting process, right, it was during COVID. Like, I couldn't visit schools. Like, I basically looked on, Wikipedia, and I was like, man, that picture looks really cool. Like, I'm going to spend 4 years of my life there. You probably were able to take a little bit more visits because things started opening up. What was that like just visiting schools and going through that whole process?
Yeah, great journey, man. Definitely something just something like you definitely do again. It's just great memories. You get to meet great people, see different places and everything, and it was something I definitely enjoyed. But just coming, like I said earlier, just coming back home to Ohio just really felt like it hit home for me, and that's why I ended up in Columbus.
Yeah, I guess for one of my dream interviews is Brian Hartline. You're around the coach. Was he a big part of your process? And talk about a little bit of your relationship with him.
Oh, absolutely. I say he's a huge part of my process here. Probably the main reason why I came here was to be developed by Coach Hartline. He's actually the same person you're going to get every day. A lot of these college coaches, they're kind of switching up in the pitch and recruit. They're trying to seem like they're your best friend, they're your homeboy. And then pretty much when you get on sign them papers, it's a whole different ballgame. But Coach Hartline, since the day he recruited me, since the day he came to my school, he's been real since the day. And to this day, he's the same person that recruited me since day one. So that's what I really respect about him most.
Also, same thing. He had, offers, he interviewed for Cincinnati. He could have, potentially done head coaching jobs. He stayed here because, he's a Buckeye through and through. I mean, that's probably part of it. It's, seeing how, he stayed and, really does care about, I guess, the community. One thing I guess I respect about you too and your decision is you could have looked at the depth chart and seen Marvin, all these guys, but you chose to come here. Was that a big part, just learning and seeing how there's so many guys in the pros that are Buckeyes?
Pretty much when I was coming here on my visits, Coach Mick always preached competitive excellence here, and that's what they preach, elite competitive excellence. And I just wanted to surround myself in a room like that. I just didn't want to go start as a freshman, pretty much get that handed to me type vibe. I just wanted to really work for something. And even though I'm a really talented receiver, I just still wanted to go in and be surrounded by dudes of my talent or dudes even better than me, for I can learn from them, gain knowledge, and become a better person, also a better football player.
Yeah, I guess, you came early. What was part of the decision in that?
Pretty much, granted the opportunity to get a head start on college football is really, you get a 5-6 months head start, get your feet wet in the program, and then also on campus as well, with academics and everything, and you could graduate early. It's just a lot of pros and benefits, me and my family, so.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's a big change, obviously, as you know, my freshman year, I was learning stuff every day. Right. What's the biggest thing you've learned so far for you?
Just time management, bro, for real. Just really managing your time well with football and keeping on top of your academics, because you also, even having respect on the football field, you also want to have respect with your academic advisors and everybody on campus too, which will go hand in hand for you getting on the field and producing well.
Yeah, no, I respect that. What's the hardest class you're in right now?
I'd probably say I was in a COM 1100 class, which was a writing class, which was pretty hard. I ended up dropping that, but probably my gender pop culture class. Yeah, kind of new type of.
No, you have 8 a.m.s?
Nah.
No, you're all. What's your day to day? Take me through that.
So it's different for real, because I only go in school Tuesdays and Thursdays, but really Monday, Wednesday, Friday, besides football, I'm heavy into my business, heavy into my NIL and everything. So today I got out of practice, I probably hit the mall, came back, went to academics, went to do some NIL things, went to do some more NIL things, and came here and chopped it up with y'all boys. So it's a very busy day. I've seen my room for 20 minutes today so far. So,
yeah, I guess it's how you got to be. You got to stay busy, man. You can't just sit. I might completely botch this part up, but I saw you some of the posts with the foundation. Can you kind of talk about what that is?
Yeah, I got a good connection with Gary at the foundation. He ended up contacting me when I first got here, so that pretty much was in motion before I got here. But I definitely got the chance to talk to him myself and get to meet him. He's a very good person, and the foundation is doing great things for us athletes. They're really giving us great help on and off the field, and just really enlightening our name out there to the people in Columbus.
Yeah, NIL, like obviously that's like a big thing right now. Like, how do you get approached by people, or how does that go?
It's really a true process. People think it just comes to you like that in a day, but I mean, there's deals I've been working, like this body armor deal I'm posting today. That's probably what my Instagram post was about. I mean, I've been working on that since I finished my high school season. So I mean, it's just really like a real deal process, and there's a lot of things behind closed doors that people really don't realize. But I mean, I feel like it's a great way for us athletes to really just get our name out there and to benefit off that and benefit for our families as well.
No, yeah, and I think people don't they kind of lose light. They're like, oh, athletes are getting paid, but you're learning business. These are real life skills, bro. Kids can do this at 18. I could literally do this right now. I could drop out of college and do business. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But they forget. Like you said, you're busy all day, and that's something they don't touch on, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So obviously you've never played it down yet in the Big Ten,
right.
But coming in what's the expectation of the level of play, and how I guess it's kind of a little bit different than the South, I guess.
Right. So like you said, I've played football in the South for a while now, so I know how certain DBs are going to play if they're from the South. But touching Big Ten, I know they're going to be very physical. They're going to play very fast. I've seen it in practice so far. We play very fast. The defense is even looking better this year. So, I mean, we're getting great looks in practice to prepare us for what's coming up in the Big Ten. I feel like we have another dominating year coming. I mean, everybody in the wide receiver room looks very good. Marv's doing great. X doing great. Coach Hartline's coaching us up good, getting us young guys and onto a great level to be ready to compete. If any time he throws us in and we're ready to make a play, I feel like he gets us prepared very properly for that. So, I mean, it's looking very bright this year. I feel like we can dominate the Big Ten again and do what we do.
Yeah, I mean, the preparation, everything. It's something that I guess it pisses me off when people say this, but you've been in it for a short time. You probably that rivalry games something people say they don't. You guys they don't put as big an emphasis on it. That's got to be bullshit. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, 100%, man. I look at that clock every day. People know from Ohio State fans know about the post I made about that a long time ago with the little thing I did on Twitter. So, I mean, it just shows how much bad blood I got for them. So, I mean, I look at that clock every day as I walk down the stairs, and it's just on every Friday, every Thursday or Friday in the weight room, we're doing our ab workouts off of how many days to play them. So if we got 294 days till we play the team up north, it's 294 abs right in a row, Coach Mick. So, I mean, it's definitely something we emphasize every day. You can't walk past it. It's enhancing the Woody, and it's enhancing our blood. The team up north is just not a.
People are just trying to make a story. That's what everyone does, bro.
Right.
That's why I started this part. Is we're all college athletes. I got guys from Illinois football, all over the country. We just want to get the truth, ask some questions, chop it up, and it's people are just trying to find an answer. One thing for you, I guess. For me, I gained 25 pounds, but I'm still a skinny dude. Don't get me wrong, But I gained 25 pounds. Is there something the gym? Weight room. What's your goals in that this year?
Well, pretty much, I'm doing great gains so far with my goal. I just touched about 180 this last month.
What'd you come in 175?
I came in about 170 to be honest.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I came around 6'2", 170. I feel like I just measured in 6'2.5", 180 the other day. So, I mean, I can feel, and when you get in that type of weight, you can feel your body getting more stronger, more powerful, and it just helps your game overall. And I've been feeling way more better at practice and everything, and just feeling just physically I can compete. So, I mean, Coach Mick and the strength staff here, tremendous job, bro. It's unexplainable how much they're so involved in our growth every day, and how much they can really get overlooked because they really changed boys into men here.
Yeah. What's your diet for that?
It's crazy, man. You got to eat consistently. Even when you don't want to eat, you got to eat at least 5 times a day. You got to be eating with a snack in between, protein shakes, smoothies, milkshakes, whatever you can do to get that type of intake in and help your body, however your body functions, is just how they're looking for. And we got the people to do it. Caleb and Nutrition, they do a great job with just helping us pretty much create our plates for all 5 meals and just get us prepared.
What would be so if we have a lot of high school, middle school athletes watch the show, because we always try to give them something to walk away with. What would be the biggest piece of advice you give to a kid in middle school or high school that wants has aspirations playing college football or sport?
Yeah, I really give them 2 to 3 things. I always tell them to be you. I mean, a lot of today we watch people on social media. We watch people do this and do that. We want to be like them, be like that. But I feel like if you can pick pieces from what they do and just be you and implement it to what you do, is pretty much the best outcome you're ever going to get. So just be you. I always tell people be different as well. Do something differently than everybody else. That's what really makes us stand out, because Coach Hartline was just actually talking about that. We want to be uncommon in our room. Everybody works hard. We want to be uncommon in what you do. So whatever it is you do, is really be uncommon, and just always believe in yourself. I mean, just believe in your abilities and what you want to do. And, I mean, just believe in the training and the work you put in, and just go out there and give it your all.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. This one's a tough question. We always ask it. So when your career is over down the line,
Right.
This is a long time from now, how do you want to be remembered?
Just real character, good for the people. Like you said, I just want to be a real character. If you're gonna text Bryson on Instagram, any social media, there's a great chance he's gonna get back to you. I just love getting back to the community and getting back to the people that support me. So I mean, just somebody that always gives back, very supportive, very, very upbeat, and just always caring.
Yeah, no. Well, I appreciate your time. I couldn't agree more about everything you said. It means a lot, and hope to stay in touch, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Appreciate it.